Today, our team would like to talk about finance and banking of Cambodia. Before we talk about finance and banking in Cambodia, let's see what's finance and banking. Finance is a broad term that describes activities associated with banking, leverage or debt, credit, capital market, money, and investments. Basically, finance represents money management and the process of acquiring needed funds. Finance also encompasses the oversight, creation, and study of money, banking, credit, investments, assets, and liabilities that make up financial systems. And now let's see about Cambodia banking and finance. Cambodia's banking system was resilient with strong capital and liquidity buffers for both banks and microfinance institutions. Despite the unprecedented shock, the robustness of the banking system could also be reflected by a low non-performing loan (NPL) ratio. During the last 2 decades, microprudential regulations, such as raising the minimum registered capital and liquidity coverage ratio and managing the systemic risks, have been continuously strengthened, which has greatly improved the capital position and liquidity risk management. Finance and banking growth of Cambodia's state. In 2021, the vaccine rollout implemented by the government would support the economic recovery. In 2020, Cambodia's balance of payment continued to record a surplus that was lower than that of 2019. The merchandise goods deficit improved during the COVID-19 pandemic due to the contraction in imports for domestic demand. In 2020, the merchandise goods deficit reduced to only 13.2% of the GDP compared to 26.7% last year. And now let's see about program for strengthening the national banking structure. Starting in 1999, the Cambodian government has implemented banking regulation to improve commercial facilities by strengthening the base of financial institutions and its financing opportunities for investors. And then how about Indonesia program? Program for strengthening the national banking structure, creating a sound domestic banking structure that is able to meet the needs of the community and encourage sustainable national economic development. This program aims to strengthen the capital of commercial banks, conventional and Sharia, in order to improve the ability of banks to manage business and risk, develop information technology, as well as increase their business scale to support that increase in bank credit growth capacity. The implementation of the bank capital strengthening program is carried out in stages. Efforts to capital of these banks can be done by making a business plan that contains a target time, method, and stage of achievement.
Law on Banking and Financial Institution of Cambodia State. The Law on Banking and Financial Institution enacted in 1990 set the minimum reserve capital for banks and approximately $12.5 million, while NBC maintained 5% as a guarantee deposit. However, the required minimum capital was modified in 2008, after which local commercial banks with at least one influential shareholder and rate as investment grade are required to process a minimum of $12.5 million. However, commercial banks with individual or companies as shareholder must have minimum of THR 150 billion. Okay, we compare banking states Cambodia and Indonesia states. Cambodia located asset ratio stood at 16.7% in December 2020, compared with the previous figure of 17.6% in September 2020. Cambodia located asset ratio data is updated quarterly, available from March to 20 and 10 to December 2020. The debt reached an all-time high of 19.1% in September 2011 and a record low of 13.9% in June 2019. The International Monetary Fund provides quarterly liquid asset ratio. In Indonesia liquid asset ratio stood at 19.5% in February 2021 compared with the previous figure of 18.6% in January 2021. Indonesia liquid asset ratio data is updated non-ly available from January 2012 to February 2021. The data reached an all-time high of 21.3% in January 2012 and a record low of 14.2% in August 2014. Indonesia Financial Services Authority provides liquid asset ratio. Direct investment abroad. Cambodia direct investment abroad expanded by 15.7 USD in June 2021 compared with a growth of 21.4 US dollar in the previous quarter. Cambodia direct investment abroad US dollar data is updated quarterly. It is available from March 1998 to June 2021 and average 4.9 US dollar throughout the period. The data reached an all-time high of 50.8 US dollar in September 2020 and a record low of means 2.6 US dollar in March 2005. Indonesia direct investment abroad expanded by 790.4 US dollar in June 2020 compared with a growth of 981.5 US dollar in the previous quarter. Indonesia direct investment abroad US dollar data is updated quarterly. It is available from March 2010 to June 2020 and average 1.4 US dollar throughout the period. The data reached an all-time high of 50.1 US dollar in December 2013 and a record low of means 12.9 US dollar in December 2016. I would like to say thank you for your time and attention. I would like to apologize if there is a mistake I hope you have a nice day.